A woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
yes, because y'all follow commands. You go do. You go do. And she gonna tell you what to do. Because here's the thing. If y'all don't have somebody telling y'all what to do, y'all are going to be reckless.
Trust me, you all, this video is going to be one of the most interesting videos you ever come across. Trust me. Priscilla, the Queen Maker, I saw a short clip of one of our podcasts on TikTok where she was saying, and she was talking to a particular man, and she was saying that women are supposed to be the leader, not the men. But if you look at it the way it is, women are the leader. The men are supposed to lead. It's still women that will still come and tell the men what to do. Men need to be told what to do before they do it. They are naturally not leaders. And I feel like if you sit down and think about it, you will see that she's right. But people that can't reason, they were all saying, no, what are you saying? What are you saying? Anyway, let me play the video for you all to watch to the end. Then we'll come back and talk about it.
A woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
yes, because y'all follow commands. You go do. You go do. And she gonna tell you what to do. Because here's the thing. If y'all don't have somebody telling y'all what to do, y'all are going to be reckless. And so women are divorcing y'all in these relationships because they are allowing you to quote unquote lead, and they're being submissive. And since y'all can't lead yourself, y'all leading her into the ground. So here's the thing. The natural order is for the feminine to be the leader. If you give to the feminine, right? The feminine is always going to regenerate life and everybody's going to be taken care of. Y'all are territorial. Y'all just want the image of leadership. You just want to be out in public. I'm the leader, but all of the responsibility is actually on the woman. The leader takes the majority of the responsibility. If women allow men, which means she submit, all right, and allow him to lead, she don't have no control over what he's going to do. She's steady submitting to him. Women have to change their minds and realize that they ain't supposed to submit to men because men just going to do what you allow them to do, because they don't have no governor on their own behavior to know when to not do something, to know better. They don't know. They just going to keep being reckless. And they're not going to take care of your feelings because they're only concerned about theirs.
Beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Maria David, and I am back again with another interesting video. Of course, I would like to ask you, do you actually accept or believe what she said? Do you think women will be a good leader compared to men? Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comment section. Of course, Priscilla cannot say something like that and men will not get angry. Like, they were pissed. They were so pissed off. Okay, let me go ahead and play some stitches for you all to watch. Then at the end of all the stitches, I will share my own opinion. But then let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section.
Woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
because y'all.
I'm sorry, but this don't even make sense. And of course, the girlies love it in the comment section. Ladies, y'all do understand that right now y'all are complaining about being in your masculine energy, right? A lot of you come on the internet and say you got a lot of masculine energy and you want a man to come in your life and bring the feminine side out of you. So how you want a man to come in your life, but you tell him what to do? Wouldn't you still be in a masculine role? Wouldn't a lot of you rather your man take control of the relationship and you can just sit back and chill, because then you would be in your feminine energy, right? There's no way you can have a submissive man but then him being a masculine role. Now, isn't a big turnoff for a lot of you women when you got to tell your man consistently what to do? Don't a lot of you want to be with a man that just knows you as a woman and knows the things that you would like to get done, or just what makes you happy as a woman? Now, a lot of you get confused because a lot of men stop arguing with you and just allow you to win arguments. Why? Because he's protecting his peace.
Yes,
because y'all follow commands. You go do.
Like, if y'all gonna be pretty bitches, just say that. Like, just say that. Like, she is giving off the brat energy. She's giving off brat energy. And I'm a big woman. Like, I'm a big woman. I know. My husband carried the bags. My husband opened the door for me. My husband, he do all the man stuff. Like, so at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how big you are as a woman. You don't want to do it. Secondly, I did the single mom shit. That whole superwoman thing, you got that, sis. Like, all that, y'all got that. I try all that shit. I love being under the care of a man. Me personally, I love not being cold at night and being wrapped up and being made to feel small. And I'm big. Girl, please. Y'all got that. What you want, baby? What you want for dinner? I can do it.
A woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's what you're
because
talking.
y'all.
Now look, man. I don't need to tell y'all that that's a bunch of bullshit that she just said. Like, come on, man. If you're a person that believe in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, or if you're just paying attention in your own everyday relationship, you don't need to hit this to tell you what to do in your relationship. All you need to do is pay attention to the individual that you're dealing with. I'm not saying that this won't work for some people, because some men probably don't really know or have any direction and would prefer to be told things or whatnot. But then you're dealing with men who are leaders, men who know how to lead themselves. But it's one thing when you're trying to lead another person and they are constantly fighting against you. Y'all not moving in unison. So it's safe to say that the best thing for a relationship is to find a balance. A balance. Not try to determine who the f is in power. Nah. Sometimes you gonna be the one in the driver's seat. Now, I'm supposed to be the one in the driver's seat, but come on, man. We living in times where there's compromises that need to be made. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm the leader, when I know you are better equipped to lead this mission. The best leaders know that. I don't have too much pride to where I can't step aside and let my woman take the wheel. When you're dealing with a man like that, it's way different. See, half of y'all don't understand that we know that y'all like to believe that y'all in control. Yeah, you like to believe you're in control. I don't trip about you picking my pants and picking my clothes or none of that shit, because I know it make you feel good. I don't trip about you picking the color of the drape, picking the color of the house. None of that shit. I just want to have a place to live. And I'm not going to go against you or argue with you because you want to pick it. That is called finding balance. Y'all got this control-ass mindset, man. You're not going to control me. You're not manipulating me as much as you think. Just like women think that they allow us to do things, the best and smartest of men understand that we have to allow things as well. We find balance. You compromise. That's what you do with people who you love and care about. When people forget that, that's when all these problems start coming in. Y'all think y'all supposed to control everything, and you don't want to compromise anything. You don't want to give anything. You want to be the one in sole power, dealing with another individual whose happiness hangs in the balance of the decisions that you make. Nah, both of y'all need to be considerate and loving of each other and make decisions for each other and with each other, if you understand that. This world getting crazy, man. Y'all tripping, man.
Dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
Yes, because y'all follow command.
Oh, shit, here we go again. Now, see, I know what a lot of y'all are thinking, because y'all pretty much just said the same thing I just did in y'all head. But before y'all get to canceling and going into the comments and being keyboard warriors and such, let me explain something really quick. Obviously, I encourage you to watch the entire video before finishing this. But what I'm really trying to say here is, guys, you do know that you are the causation of women starting to think like that, right? Because they feel like they have to. When in reality, it don't gotta be like that. And arguably really shouldn't. But it's not all guys, it's not all guys. Yeah, but it's still enough for them to think that this is the norm. And really, one is too much. So guys, for the love of Coochie, please get y'all together and show them real leadership.
a woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
yes, because y'all.
If y'all females are foolish enough to listen to this old broad who's bitter and hates men, if y'all are foolish enough to listen to this advice, y'all gonna be dominant. Y'all gonna rule y'all castle. Y'all gonna govern yourselves. Y'all gonna protect yourselves. Y'all will be by yourselves. Y'all not even finna have dogs that are gonna want to be submissive to you. So be careful who you try to on and think that you're dominant over. The man is the leader. The Bible clearly states that. When God created Adam first, he put him, Adam, in charge of the garden. Eve was the helpmeet. So get in line or get left behind. That's where we at in 2023. So shut the f and submit.
Be the dominant, and a man should be the submissive. That's
because y'all follow command.
Probably the most sent to me clip that there is. It says women should be the dominant and men should do the following because they are good at taking commands. What do you think I'm going to say? I'm going to say men are good at taking commands. Men are good at doing and we are good at being. Men deteriorate when they are being. They don't know what to do with themselves. They are excellent at doing. So what your prerogative is to find a man who will do the doing for you. We are very good at energetic power. We're very good at the feminine energy. And that means leadership in the spiritual realm. You want a certain life. You have a man with you who can make that happen in the physical realm. Sure, you can make it happen, but who wants to burn themselves out when someone else can do it for you? So, woman is the neck, the man's the head. You can tell him where it is you want him to go, but you need to choose someone who can do that for you and with you and make wise choices.
Woman should be the dominant, and a man should be the submissive. That's
because y'all.
Listen, I know that I look a mess, but I want you all to go back and watch that video, okay? And I want you all to come back to this video, okay? And once you get here, I want you to hear what I have to say about this, because this is not the order. This is not the right order. Okay, a lot of people have a misconstrued misinterpretation of what being submissive is. And also, too, you're only supposed to submit to your husband. But do you know who your husband submits to? He submits to God, the Father. And that is why when you have God at the head of your marriage, he's giving your husband information, provision, protection for the family, for his family, to be able to lead his family properly, right? And so the wife, when it comes to submission, what the wife is there to do, yes, she submits to her husband, but submission does not mean, oh, I get to be all walked all over on. He doesn't listen to what I have to say. He doesn't value my input. That is not true. You can be a submissive wife while also simultaneously, voice and express yourself in how your opinion, your opinion, it matters. It's valued. You are valued in your marriage as well. Being submissive doesn't mean that you don't have a say-so about anything. It doesn't mean that, you got to keep your mouth shut and not say nothing. No, you're allowed to express yourself, right? And give your opinion to your spouse so that you and your spouse can come together as one. You and your husband come together as one to make the best decision. Now, there's going to be some decisions that your husband just naturally, automatically makes because it makes sense, right? And that's because God gave him that provision. It just makes sense. So I don't, women, wives, soon to be wives, operate in your femininity. You don't have to operate in masculinity. The roles don't have to be reversed. Your man, your husband, I'm running out of time, but he leads, honey. And God leads him. Thank you.
A woman should be the dominant, and a man should be the submissive. That's
because y'all.
Well, first of all, I see videos like this all the time, and I'm just gonna explain to you. Okay, cool. Y'all want to play that dumbass card? Why don't y'all pay all the bills? Why don't y'all pay all the bills? Why don't y'all pay all the bills? Why don't y'all take us out for dates? Yeah, why not pull a guy and be like, hey, you want to go on a date? Why don't you pay majority of all the bills? Why don't, you know why you don't do that? Because y'all want the illusion of being a leader, but none of the responsibilities. See, it works both ways. I see what she's trying to say in the video, but women do the same thing. Y'all want the illusion or the power of, being a leader, but y'all don't want the responsibilities. It's like y'all want Spider-Man's Spidey powers, but won't accept the responsibilities that come with them. Cut that book out. Men rule.
A woman should be the dominant, and a man should be the submissive. That's what you're
because y'all.
She is right. She is right. And I always use my parents as examples for these things because I feel like after so many years of being together, I am almost 40 years old. They've been together since over 40 years because they were together a few years before they had me. And they've known each other I'm going to say my parents have known each other for at least a solid, dang near 55 something years or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, yes, my dad to the outside, he is the leader of his household, all of that. But in the household, men, you're actually submissive because if you do not make your wife happy, now your whole household is just gonna be like downtrodden. Whatever her feels are is how the whole house is gonna feel. So technically, the woman is the leader of the home in that sense because men, you all go out to work and do the things that you do to make sure that she's comfortable in the position that you left her in at home to do all the house rearing, if that's the position that she's doing, which is why I feel like there's such an issue today because women are still expected to do that house rearing and all that other stuff. Men, I don't know which y'all just go to work. A lot of y'all just think you just have to go to work and come home and that's that. No, she went to work and that should have been that for her, but it wasn't. She went to work, then she had to come home, she had to feed the kids, she had to come home, she had to make sure there was clean clothes, she had to make sure the house was clean, and then so and so. So right now, in this day and age where so many women are working, and it's not about being independent, and it's not about saying, oh, we don't need a man. No, it's about the fact that until the right person comes in front of us and gives us that comfort and stability that, no, I can let go, we have to maintain who we are, grown-ass adults. We're adult women. So expect us to be sitting out here just like, oh my gosh, woe is me. Where is my captain? Save me. That's ridiculous. No, we're going to be suitable humans to the world. And then when we find a partner, hopefully we could be suitable humans to the world together. And maybe he can take some of my load off and I can take some of his off. I feel like that's supposed to be the ultimate goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like this whole leader and submissive thing, yeah, there's a head and a tail, but at the end of the day, it's still a partnership. Y'all still got to work together.
A woman should be the dominant, and a man should be the submissive. That's what you're
because y'all.
This is what I'm talking about. Fellas, if we don't get things under control, this is what you're going to have to deal with. That lady and so many other women are spreading the narrative. Why? Because you have left women alone to fend for themselves, and now they're like, I'm a man. I run the show. It's like, for real. I feel like that's in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? We live in a generation where a lot of, not all, but a lot of black men, a good bit, have been raised by their mothers. Not a strong, and even the men that have been in the house have not been a strong masculine role model. So when you live in a generation where the men are used to taking orders from big mama, grandmama, my mama, you know what I'm saying? And they're used to being submissive to women instead of taking control, taking the initiative to actually go out there and make things happen. This is what it breeds. It breeds women like this that have been doing so much and handling so much that they feel like, man, I'm the man. I run the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm a god. You know what I'm saying? That's how human beings are. They do too much, they start to acquire too much, they get too much power, they become delusional. And next thing you know it, forget God, I'm God. Forget men, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm the whatever, right? I feel like do whatever works in your relationship, but I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't feel like no masculine man that is a leader of himself will ever let any woman or anybody lead him or be dominant over him. That is the hardest issue that we have in our community right now, what I'm speaking on. You have that issue because a lot of men run themselves, you know, or they feel like they do. But there are some men out there that actually do run themselves. So why would I comply with what y'all got going on when I got my own thing going on? This is the hardest thing when dealing with men, because that's what comes with being a man. If you really are a man, you have to be a leader of self. And we can see that we need to follow your leadership by how you lead yourself. Do you lead yourself to prosperity, to drug addiction, to prison, to blah, blah, blah? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us are more males than we are actually men. That's just my opinion, though. That's subjective. That does not mean that's the truth. But like I said, I've been in areas where you take a lot of things out of society and people naturally fall in order. And I've just noticed, strip all this away, we gonna know who's who.
A woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
yes, because y'all.
Lord, I ain't never did this before, and I ain't mean to do this, but I do not understand how this woman is actually saying this and folks is coasting.
A woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive.
She not lying. That's why so many of y'all miss Big Ma, Grandma, Granny, whoever. Big Ma did not play. And you listen to Big Ma, and even Papa listened to Big Ma, because he knew if he didn't, it was going down. She not lying. But most of y'all can't follow these days, or don't want to listen. Back in the day, women used to pretend like y'all were in the lead. Make y'all believe and feel like y'all was. But y'all wasn't. Y'all wasn't. And see, the problem is now women are addressing that y'all are not in the lead. And it's making y'all feel some type of way. Because y'all was in a delusion. Because when Big Ma said move, everybody moved. The children, the grandchildren, Paw, whoever, they moved.
It's easy for some people to say men are the ones that are supposed to be leaders. Men are assigned to be leaders. No, we're not saying they're not supposed to be leaders. Well, are they really leading? When you look at it, like sit down and it's called critical thinking. Just think about it. Are they really leading, or is a woman that is really leading when in a relationship? Because it's quick for someone to say it's a man that leads, the man that's supposed to lead, blah 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 blah, with a lot of backing and all of that. Accept. But when you look at it, like sit down and really think, you will see that most of the time it's a woman that always say, this is how it's supposed to be, and that is how it should be. Most of the time, men don't even do that. They can't. Like, it's just, I just feel like if you want to understand Priscilla, you have to think outside the box. You have to like put what you know aside and like sit down and think outside the box, and you understand what she's trying to say. But if you're just listening on the surface, you might not really get the jerk. And that's what happens to most of the women and men in these stitches. And to be honest, I enjoy this stitches because some will agree, some will disagree, which is fine. It's okay for you to agree. It's okay for you to disagree. You're not entitled, or you're entitled to your opinion. That's just it. If you decide not to agree with Priscilla, it's fine. If you decide to agree, it's also fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to whatever you choose to accept or believe. Okay, but this is just like, when you look at it, you will see that it's women that are mostly leading in most of the relationship. But then I agree with one of the stitch that was like, sometimes men allow things to happen. Like, okay, let me just do it for peace sake, But even at that, I'd like to know your thoughts about this down in the comment section. What is your thought? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.